We have Valerie Nelson with 10, Katie May with 10, and congratulations, Katie, as a new diamond on our team. So congratulations, Katie. That makes Valerie Nelson a 1-star qualifying coach. She is 1-star qualifying diamond. I believe she'll be 2-star soon. Michelle Katz is going for 2-star diamond, 3-star diamond this week. I keep saying 2, and then when I say 2, she's like, who's a 2-star diamond? She's like 3 over here. So that's awesome. 3-star diamond. So way to go. We have Joyce with 8, Megan Gutenberg with 8, Michelle DeFiore with 4, Kelly Wiseman with 4, John Houston with 4, Michelle Katz with 6, Mary Beth Palmer with 4, Lisbeth with 2. I don't know why I'm not on there. Oh wait, I am on there. This says 6. I have 8. And Christine Taylor with 2, Jackie Howe with 2, Delia Gorwin with 2, Jessica Burden with 2, Heather Swindell with 4 now, Brittany Tybo with 2, Jordan Kevitt with 2, Lauren Owens with 2, and Gabrielle Garez with 2. So right now we have 50 lives changed with our team. We have top recruiters. These numbers are a little off right now, but we have brought in at least 30 new coaches this month, which is amazing. And our coach of the week is Tara. So congratulations, Tara, for coach of the week. We are super proud of you so far and all your accomplishments and contributions to the team. So way to go. And I don't think you are Emerald yet, but I know you're well on your way. So congratulations and thanks for sticking with us. And I know in the beginning, guys, or maybe she already is. Maybe I messed that up. Sorry. I know, guys, in the beginning of this business, you can feel like you are drowning. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, so I'm going to do this, this, and this. And it can kind of be self-defeating. But I can tell you that if you stick with it and you commit to being here a year from now and you are consistent, because there's a difference between posting all over social media, guys. Anybody can post on social media all day. Anybody can pick a workout program. Anybody can, see people singing and, then you're going to copy them and sing and you're going to do all this stuff that other coaches are doing. Anybody can do that. But what it comes down to is what I always call, guys, the unsexy, the nitty-gritty, the getting out of your comfort zone, inviting people, doing it afraid, getting out of your comfort zone, and really just talking to people. Now, I feel like it's easier to talk to people behind the computer because sometimes, like, guys, it always goes the same way, and then we're going to get into the meat of the call, but it always goes the same way. Here's my fitness goals. I want to lose 30 pounds. Why do you want to lose 30 pounds? Because I'm depressed, I'm busy, I don't have time to work out, and then you connect with them and you talk. Then they want to know how much it costs. And then you tell them how much it costs, which is ridiculous that you can literally have your life changed with workout, diet, nutrition, whatever, for cheapest $140, right? And then they're all of a sudden like, nope, textbook perfect every single time. I'm too busy. I don't have enough money every single time. Raise your hand if you guys have heard that all day long, 24/7, hands down, no matter what. I hear it all day long. Guys, when I used to be a teacher. Those of you guys that don't know, I used to be a teacher, and I was a full-time teacher, and I was a group fitness instructor, dance team coach, new mom to my son Landon, and all of this stuff. And I would invite people all day long, and I would still get no after no after no after no. And I think that the reason that I had success with it is because I started to learn about objections, okay? If somebody says, no, I can't afford it, the last thing that we would do as a coach would say, well, it's $140 and you get 80 superfood nutrients and blah, blah, blah. That's the worst thing that you can do. So I always relate to people. I just want to touch on objections really quick. I always relate to people because I don't know how you guys are, but when I started, I didn't have $160 just lying around, especially when I went to go talk to my husband. And I was like, so Tim, my sister met these people online that want me to order this challenge pack, and then I'm going to join this online group that I'm not really sure if it exists because I've never really seen it. Can I have your credit card? Okay, so you got to kind of think about like what people are thinking when you're inviting them and you're talking to them, right? So touching on objections really quick, I have like a list and some organization that we're gonna go through today, but you're gonna hear that a lot. I don't have time, I don't have enough money. Every single one of you guys on here probably told the person that invited you, you didn't have enough time, you didn't have enough money, or working out at home is boring, or you've tried that before and it doesn't work, right? I mean, pretty much probably everybody on this call has done that. And so what I try to do is I try to tie, okay, so my fitness journey, when I put it out there, it's great that I woke up this morning and that I worked out and that I was at the gym and I did X, Y, and Z, right? But me being a Beachbody coach isn't always just about me, okay? I have come a long way than the girl before Beachbody. Me, the girl before Beachbody, was buying her groceries at the dollar store. My husband and I both have master's degrees, had really good incomes, but we were drowning in debt. Okay. I was exhausted all the time. I was overweight. I was anxious. I was trying to decide which bill I could pay. I was very overwhelmed with all of the stuff that was going on in my life. Okay. And I'm not saying that most people are like that, but if I wake up every morning and I'm like, it's 4 a.m., 5 o'clock, and I'm like, I just worked out, 99% of people in this world are not going to be able to relate to you, right? So now in the life that I have now, yeah, some things have changed for the better. And I do post a lot of the highlights, but I also try to stay relatable to people, right? So for example, when I'm making my post up, 99% of people don't care that I'm feeling great, just worked out, winning the day, haven't going on a trip, and just got a new pair of sunglasses. That's cool, but I hate to say, I'll spell it if there's kids listening, but some of the times that, peeps people off, right? So I try to think about, and I'm not saying my life's perfect, guys. Those of you that know me know I am just like a complete hot mess. But I'm posting stuff like normally, like if I get up and I work out, I try to say something like there's no way I would have worked out like in my living room. Like that would be super boring to do if I was alone, but my group and my team motivated me to work out today, something like that. Or, you know what? I've been super depressed and I'm struggling with so many things. I haven't shown up in 2 weeks to work out. Since the beginning of May, just to tell you guys a little bit about this, and my family is super sensitive right now, clearly, because my sister, she's 30 years old, she's on hospice. And I have not really been able to, just out of like respect for my parents and how they're dealing with this, I haven't really been able to talk about exactly what's going on with me and my emotions and my family. I've gained 8 pounds in 3 weeks. Now you're probably like, oh, 8 pounds, like get over yourself. I'm 5'2", and I've gained 8 pounds from wine, cheese sticks. I do my fitness journey and I work out, but I also was traveling a lot. I know that's an excuse, but I was eating food when my parents were going out to eat, and I was eating pasta and I was doing all that stuff. So I'm trying to tie that into my fitness journey, but how these groups have helped me stay accountable, right? So I've shared a little bit about that. You might have seen it on Instagram, how I was talking about, how I was struggling with some emotional eating. Well, guess what just came out? The B2 Mindset, obviously, this program. So I talk about how that's helping me, because I don't know if you guys are perfect, but I am not. If I posted that I was dealing with some stress in my life and battling some anxiety, and that I haven't really been working out as much as I'd like to, I'd probably get 400 likes. If I post, I just worked out on Monday morning like I did today, nobody cared. I got 1 like, and people are like, I could never do that. Forget that, right? So sometimes you don't have to be perfect. I just wanted to touch on that. Being a Beachbody coach does not mean you're perfect. Being on a fitness journey means that you have peaks and valleys. We are inviting people to do this with us, right? We are not the boss doing it over people. We are doing it together. And people need to see that, and you build that trust and relationship together. And I think that's a lot of the times why I'm successful when I'm talking to people. And we're just touching on objections for a second. But I talked to them about how it was hard for me to sign up when I first started. It's me being a full-time teacher and then you telling me that now I'm going to take a couple hours away from my family to build this business that I don't really understand, and it might work out, it might not, and I have to spend $100 a month on Shakeology. As a new coach, I'm going to tell you no 100% of the time, because that seems like something extra and an extra expense. So as coaches and as leaders and as motivators, we need to show up in those challenge groups. If I asked Danielle to join my challenge group and I never showed up in there, do you think Danielle is going to believe in me as her upline and as her sponsor and somebody that was going to guide and support her through this fitness journey? Probably not. To me, Danielle was only $40 then. Danielle was the $40 that I made. I got 2 Success Club points. Thanks for coming along, Danielle. Good luck. See you later. You are not going to build long-term wealth in this business and long-term residual income by the little commissions you get off of a challenge pack. It happens from your lifers, your loyalty, the friendships you build, and that bond within the community that you build between one another that is going to help your business thrive, that's going to help people stay with you and stick around. And then that's how it's going to build, right? So showing up in those challenge groups and doing all those things is super, super important. So what I want to do really quick is we are going to go through what kind of like the key things that I think are the most important things to do as a Beachbody coach. What do you do when you go to work? Okay. And if you think you already know what you need to do when you go to work, I don't mean this in a passive aggressive, like kind of way, but I think that everybody needs to know these vital skills. I even going over them, and when I made this up, it still helps me grow and learn because I'm learning every day. Okay. So if you go to work and you are going in the groups and you see all these notifications and then you're going to the coach group, you do your workout, you drink your Shakeology, and you read your personal development, that is a very small piece of what it means to go to work as a Beachbody coach, right? Because you might think, well, I'm doing all this stuff, you should have people coming to you. Very rarely somebody comes to me and says, man, I really liked your post. You're so motivating. Can you give me your link so I can sign up? Very rarely that happens. So there's this whole other part that is going on that I want to make sure that you guys understand, okay? My coaches that I had for a long time, we used to go over this over and over and over and over again. But lately we've kind of gotten away from it. So I would like to touch back and go back to it. So twice a week, 2 to 3 times a week on my Facebook wall or my Instagram, I do a morning motivation post, okay? Morning motivation, whether it is maybe you're ready for work and you're going out the door, and you talk about how you just worked out and you're, super exhausted this morning, but maybe you attach a quote with it or something. Keep it simple, something small to engage your viewers, okay? I do that about 3 days a week. Now, you don't have to make workout videos and show yourself working out in your living room. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Maybe you're just posting that that you're reading, say, oh my gosh, has anybody ever read this book before? And then you have we'll pretend this is a Shakeology cup, but you never are like this, okay? So I always turn it around and I'm just holding it. And I'm like, oh my God, I have a new book. Has anyone ever read this before? Something like that. Something to engage your viewers and pull them in. We never, ever, ever take a picture of a product or something like that and post it. Do not do that. So a couple days a week, I do a morning accountability workout group. I mean, honestly, like I'm looking over here at this gallon of alkaline water. It was $3 at Walmart. I could do a post tomorrow morning and say, like, oh my gosh, did you have your alkaline water today? Most people are going to be like, what is that? Why is that important? You know, why is it important to have your acidity and your pH right in your body? Does anyone on here know? Do you guys know? Anyone? Unmute yourself. Good for cancer. It fights cancer when your alkaline's right. You know, like if you have a high acidity, you know, they say that breeds cancer. I don't know. A gallon of water is probably not going to save me, but whatever. We do whatever we can, right? So there's all these things that you can come up for posting. All right. Now, once a week, I do a post. For example, this one girl told me about how she wanted to join my challenge group, right? But she couldn't afford to do it. Then I sent her the information, and then she said to me, I'll check it out later. I'm about to go to the fair. Have you guys ever taken a family of 4 to a fair? Do you know how much that cost? Now, I'm not saying don't take your family to the fair and have fun, but I know that if I take the Ottaways to a fair, it's going to be like $150. We go to Dave and Buster's and barely play and eat, and it's like $150, and I feel like I just threw money down the trash can, right? It's like the stupidest expense. So a lot of people don't understand how much money they blow even on entertainment, going out to eat, constantly doing those things. Now, 80% of the people you talk to would say, no, I never do that. I have no extra money at all, and I blah, blah, blah. So once a week, I do a post that ties in objections. And you got to be careful how you do this, like, because you might seem kind of snarky when you do it. You know, I'm not saying you have to do it, but this really helps me. Like sometimes I'll say, you know, working out is hard, but being overweight in this is hard too, like choose your hard. Or how, you know, most people would spend, I didn't even buy this purse. My sister bought me this purse years ago, but like, man, you can't work on your health and fitness goals, but that new Coach purse sure looking fly. Something like that, like talking about, because most people spend money on things that, you guys follow me, that are super, super expensive, but when it comes to investing in ourselves, especially as women and mothers, even dog moms or just busy people trying to get by, a lot of times when we invest in ourselves, it's super taboo, right? You feel shamed or you feel like, oh, I just shouldn't do that. But if we take care of ourselves, just like when you're on an airplane, you have to put on your oxygen mask before you help others, right? It's just the way that it is. It's just the way that it is, no matter what. And so doing a small post about, and put it in the coach group, like, guys, does this suck? Like, you know, hey, Michelle, Katz, will you look at this quick for me? Guys, I don't even know how I was like working on my PhD, like literally am super smart and I can't write a stable paragraph. I am the worst writer. I know that. Michelle Katz reads half of my stuff, you know? Like she will say, oh, that was good, but you missed 7 commas. Like, I don't even know where to put a comma. You know what I mean? Like she does that for me. And I don't even know, like, I don't know those. I just don't. Like I'm artistic. Like I just don't know that stuff. So if you're nervous about it, ask somebody, okay? Ask somebody. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to show you is how to add people to your network. Now there's 2 ways to do this. I urge you that if you are doing Facebook, Facebook is okay. But what's going to happen is I've talked to a couple of coaches about this week. If you are only doing things on Facebook, I feel like it's kind of like people didn't anticipate how Amazon was going to take over and Toys R Us went out of business. And then, you know, because things evolve and things change. Facebook eventually in network marketing is going to be the old MySpace. So if you don't understand how to use Instagram, that's okay, guys. But everything that I'm teaching you guys, I pretty much taught myself, okay? So anybody can figure out anything from being a Beachbody coach to building a house if you put it in Google, right? So it's all in there. How to use Instagram, how to do Beachbody Coach invites for Instagram. You could type it in, there's a 3-minute video. Like, what do you even need me for, right? So anyway, so if you were on Facebook, I'm just gonna show you this really quick. Every single day, okay, so I work out, I do my morning post, and I write my morning post before I go to bed. There's no way that as a busy mom, am I frozen? Oh, you guys are frozen. Maybe I'm not. Danielle, am I frozen? I don't think I'm frozen.
No, you're good.
Okay. So there's no way as a busy mom and I would ever be able to come up with a really good post at 5 o'clock in the morning. I know I don't feel like getting up. I know the group's going to help me for accountability. I know it's going to be hard to get out of bed. So go ahead and write it before you go to bed, right? That's what I do. Guys, if I am having a great hair day on like once a week, because like literally you probably saw like 20 good photos of me earlier. I look like this 99% of the time. Just out of the shower, no makeup, a hot mess express. So go put on 3 different shirts and go take some pictures by a fence. Go take like 17 flex photos in your different tank tops that say, you know, whatever you want to do. I'm not saying don't be authentic, still work out, but I have an arsenal of photos. Like when I got my hair braided this weekend, I have like 17 photos in different outfits because I like literally washed my hair. I just got it braided, had on fake eyelashes, tons of makeup. There's no way homegirl over here is going to have time to do that all week. No way. No way. So if you think I'm really that awesome and that I'm doing that, I'm not, okay? So not doing that. So anyway, so I sometimes I have the stuff before, sometimes it's that day, but I do work out every day. All right, so the next thing that I do, easy way to find people, I'm going to share my screen really quick. This is a lot of information today, so kind of bear with me. You want to make sure that you add people to your network. So, for example, I'm just going to pretend, I know you guys aren't all moms, but I'm just going to go in here and hopefully you guys can see my screen. I think, oh wait, hold on. There you go. I think you guys can see my screen. And can everyone see my screen and still hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, so for example, I'm just gonna put in, let's see, I'm gonna go to Simpsonville. I'm gonna go to Simpsonville residents. There's a Facebook group for that, right? And I live in Simpsonville. So every single day, I add 10 new people to my network. Every single day, no matter what. Because if you're talking to the same 300 people, good luck, because you're going to have a really hard time building a business if you aren't constantly friending and unfriending people constantly. So I'm just going to show you on Facebook. I know you guys already know how to do this. Okay. So then, of course, this is going to be like a not so good one. People are like complaining that we're getting a grocery store. Oh my God, we have like no food over here. Okay, well, anyway, you get the point. So I go to here and then I just click on this. So anybody that I have more than like 5 mutual friends, I just send them a friend request. Okay, but there's only 3 on this one. So let me go to this one really quick. Let me just go to this one really quick. Now, I'm not leading into where I'm friending people and then I'm going to go ahead and invite them. If you're thinking that right now, don't worry. There is a method to the madness. Because if I was like, hey, you want to join my challenge right after I friended them, they're going to unfriend me and they're just going to be like, you're just trying to sell me something. So that's not what I'm going to do. So anyway, even if you guys know this part, I just wanted to touch on it really quick. So don't freak out. There's more to come. So this place is like a hotbed for like people. Don't go in here. I don't even get people out of here anymore because like just don't now I'm like showing you somewhere and you're gonna like I'll go in there. But if I see you in there, I will know and I will tell them to kick you out. Can't use mine. Okay. So obviously, like we have a lot of friends in here. So like there's 13. Of course, my computer wants to go slow when I'm trying to show you something, but you get the point. So anybody that's over 5 friends, I friend requested these people. Like we have 45 mutual friends. Like I don't even know who these people are, right? And then of course it won't scroll down. There we go. So like Ashley Martin, 15 mutual friends, and then so on. So I go through and I do that. I add 10 people a day. Okay? You could go to like sports club or go to events on Facebook, go to events, and then when you go to events, you can go to events and then you can also friend people, okay? Now, when they accept my friend request really quick, I know a lot of you guys already know this. What I do is it's gonna come up and it's gonna look like this on my messenger. So I just wrote in my clipboard, you can see right here where it says right here, this girl, like she accepted my friend request. So now what do? Does anyone know what to do next? Can you tell me, like unmute yourself and tell me what to do next? So somebody you don't know accepts your friend request. What do you do next? Does anybody know? Anybody want to unmute themselves and give it a whirl?
So, hey girl.
Send a hey girl message.
Yes. Who is that?
Ruth Ann.
Hey, Ruth Ann. So
Hey.
I just say, hey, GF, emoji cartwheel. Thanks for accepting my friend request. Michelle Cat, should I put a comma there? She always helps. Sending you positive. See, look, you could be super successful and not even know how to write a stable paragraph. Sending you positive vibes. Okay? And then I leave it alone. I send it to her. Oh, I'm going to invite her next week. But this week, it's all about sending her positive vibes and how cute her dog is, right? So I send her positive vibes. I go to her page. And then I like a couple of her photos and I leave it alone. So now what if she says, hey, Ruth Ann, how do you know me? You know what I tell them? I don't know you. You don't know me either, LOL. But you came up as a mutual friend. I thought I'd reach out. Love meeting, locals. Sounds really creepy. And just wanted to say, hey, girl. And then you leave it alone and you get out of there. Run. Don't go back. Okay? So, or if they're like, oh, you live in blah, 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 and you talk to them and I write their name down. Okay? So these are today's hey girls. Today is Monday. If I'm consistent and I'm posting on my wall a couple workouts this week, I went to the park with my kids and I went out to eat with my husband, that's enough. You don't need 3 to 4 a day. Nobody wants to know how excited you are that you got a new shoelace. Leave it alone because you want to go that fine line between being motivating, empowering, real, or a psychopath, annoying, crazy person. You want to kind of be in the middle, right? Because you don't want to turn people off. Sometimes I do that And my sister, back when we were building this really strong together, she'd be like, girl, I'm about to unfriend you. Okay. So stop, being like that. You got to take a step back and make sure that you're being real and authentic. So then next week, I'm going to actually invite them and say, hey, girlfriend, we connected last week. I'm just kind of throwing this out there. We have a new online fitness group that's coming up after Memorial Day. Would you be down to hear some details? Okay. And then if you do 20 of those, all of a sudden someone's going to tell you yes. I would love some details. And Mary is a new coach, so she's going to be so excited that somebody like myself and Shannon and Kristen and Ruth Ann, somebody told you they want more details, right? And then all of a sudden you're so excited and you shoot them over 3 long paragraphs that says it's $160 something and blah, 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 blah. And the first thing they're going to tell you 100% of the time is no, 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 right? If you do not have, though, the price breakdown and what comes with the challenge packs and how there's verbiage of how we're going to be doing this together, you need to send me a message tonight, because we've spent a lot of time writing out the script part of exactly what you get and what comes with it. Now, there's a whole middle part that's over here that you need to make sure that you touch on before you get to how much is it. Remember that. What are your fitness goals? Oh, well, I want to lose 30 pounds. Well, how would it make you feel if you lost 30 pounds? This program is perfect for the busy, okay? I always tell people that because then they can't tell me they're too busy, right? So before I send over the information, I'm telling them it is perfect for the busy guys, but this is how it helps. And well, I can't really afford it right now. Well, I thought the same thing, but I'm replacing a meal. I'm working out. I'm feeling healthier. And you know what, guys? You got to be on a fitness journey also to be able to share a fitness journey. Peaks, valleys, ebbs, and flows. If you're having a good day in your fitness journey, say it. If you ate all the cheese sticks, say it. People will relate with you and connect with you, because otherwise, if you are a super freak, workout queen diva, maybe you are, but I don't know. I'm maybe I just need to try harder. I'm not. And people are going to think what you're doing is unobtainable and it's too hard. So make sure you add in, does that make sense? Add in those real components on those days, because I know some of you guys have been struggling with some things too, and then all of a sudden you go away for 3 weeks. That's the best time to show up, even once or twice, because people will think you're like real unauthentic. Okay. So we find people on Facebook. Thanks for accepting my friend request, sending you positive vibes. Then the next thing that I do, which a lot of us don't want to do, is we should be going into that old boring coach university, right? The coach university that there's all these posts and you're like, wait, what? Why do I have to do this? It's so lame. It's kind of like a surgeon, right? Somebody that wants to be a doctor. All they want to do is like a surgeon just wants to go like cut somebody open. I hate to use that analogy, but they're just dying to get in there and whip something up, right? But it's kind of like you got to learn the basics of, driving school before you get in the car. Now, you don't have to wait until you know everything, but before you can fly, but that coach university is formulated. And if you're not in a coach university or that group stresses you out, leave it and I'll send you the template so you can do the work on your own or your own time. That's okay too, to do your own independent study, right? Then there's a couple more things that I want to touch on. How about going in the online office and checking your sponsorship drill down? Does everyone know how to do that and to check orders? If someone orders from you, how to even know? That is really important to do. And I'm actually, to save time, I'm going to post a video about that tomorrow on how to check your sponsorship drill down. Meaning that your sponsorship drill down shows you, once you have coaches, it shows you all their orders. I want to show you something really quick. I actually do want to show you this. Danielle, can you see my share screen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I didn't know I muted myself. When you do Zoom, like, and you have a bunch of people on here, it's like, sometimes it's like dial up or something, internet. I have like really good internet, but it wants to go slow. Okay. We'll be done in like 10 minutes too, so just bear with me. So while this is loading, some of the things that we've talked about, if you were just jumping on, so far we talked about, doing your morning accountability post, making sure you're posting on your wall, social media. We talked about how to friend people, go to local groups, anybody that you have more than 5 friends. I definitely friend request at least 5 people a day. When they accept your friend request, you want to say, thanks for accepting my friend request, sending you positive vibes. Sometimes you can say, are you on a fitness journey too? And a lot of times people will say, no, but I need to be, or something like that. And then checking the online office for orders. This is something that I want to show you guys because I spend actually a lot of time on this, and I want you guys to start being able to know how to do this. This is really important, especially a lot of you guys, a lot of you guys have a lot of coaches. So I'm going to show you something really quick. Now, typically, if somebody in your downline turns red, okay, so rank advancements happen every Thursday. So Thursday morning when you wake up and when you start having coaches, Thursday morning you wake up and somebody will turn red. That means that they have a week to get 50 PV, or you would have to make it, like that person would have to make a sale, right? And you should be able to check this, all right? And of course, look at that wheel, just wants to spin and spin and spin. Thank you, Beachbody. Nothing. Okay. I guess I can go to the next part. While that's loading, I'll go to the next part and come back to that in a little bit. Okay. All right. So what I want to show you though is before somebody turns red, you can tell if you click on their order. So if somebody was supposed to be billed, so Shakeology is billed like every 30 days, right? And so if today is Monday, the 21st, okay, and somebody was supposed to be billed on the 22nd, their account wouldn't, well, if somebody's supposed to be billed here, their account really wouldn't turn red until Thursday, the 24th. But with that being said, I would be able to click on their order, see what, and if they skipped Shakeology, I would be able to tell before the system even notified me. Right now, this may not seem like a big deal to you guys. But once you become a diamond or a star diamond, if, for example, if Danielle was the coach that kept Suzanne Myers an emerald, and she postponed her, say Danielle postpones her Shakeology, me being a 3-star diamond coach, that one person postponing their Shakeology is worth thousands of dollars. Okay? So it's important to be able to check your sponsorship drill down once you start getting coaches, and to be able to teach your coaches how to do that, because maybe Danielle's credit card wasn't billed, or maybe she got a new credit card, or maybe there was an error and it was supposed to bill her credit card and it didn't. if you got a new credit card and you didn't update it, it's still your fault and you wouldn't get your money. So you got to make sure that you're checking orders and checking accounts. Let me see if that loaded really quick. Let me see. Monitor my business. Sponsorship drill down. Sometimes you have to get out of it and go back. Okay. Sorry if you hear like families yelling and screaming in the background. It's just my home life. My husband's like, stop jumping off the couch. Okay. Anyway, I'm just gonna post a video. It doesn't want to load. I'm just gonna post a video about that tomorrow, but you get my point. I will show you because that's really important to be able to understand how to do that. And also, if there is an error, like I check all your guys' stuff, I would be able to see it. So you want to make sure that you have a good understanding of that, bottom line. Okay. The next thing is Instagram that I want to touch on really, really quick. Now, does everybody understand how to use Captivate to get more followers on Instagram? Who's confused on that? Raise your hand. Okay. Steve, are you there? Are you there, Steve? I think Steve's there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Because I know that you were kind of confused on this one too, so I want to make sure you were listening. Okay. So on Instagram, if you don't have an Instagram account, go make one tonight. Even if you don't know how to use it, make an account and get an Instagram. I will teach you. Okay? Don't let fear stop you from growth. All right? Don't do that. Because I did it in the first year of my business, and it was I wasted like a whole year because I was like too scaredy pants to do everything. All right. So first thing you do is you have your Instagram. Like, so right now, for example, I have 6,327 followers. Okay. I have built at least 4,000 followers over like the past like year. We used to have Instagress, but now they don't have that anymore. So now we have Captivate. So what I do is, this is very confusing, but I want you to try to stay with me if you can. Okay. So you want to get the app. If you have an iPhone, you want to get the app Captivate. Okay. So you get this app. There's another one for like droids and stuff like that, but it's kind of the same principle. Okay. So Captivate links to your Instagram. Okay. Oh my God. Am I having like an internet meltdown? Hold on. I promise I don't have this bad. Like, let me teach you all these cool things and nothing's gonna work. Okay. Hold on.
Marie, do you want me to use mine because I have it up? Or
You do? Wait, I think, there we go. Okay, awesome. It just worked. Okay, thank you. But I might need you to do that in a second. So once you get Captivate, you sign in using your Instagram name and it links them together, okay? The next thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna find something that you're gonna wanna search, okay? So I'm just gonna search like, for example, I'm gonna do Cupshe bathing suits. Now don't do that one because these are the people that I'm talking to. So pick like, you could just pick like, I don't know, like you like dogs, like pick PetSmart, like pick a brand, pick a person, whatever it is, okay? So I make sure that I'm following that thing. Then I go in this bathing suit is, this one's really cute. I like that one, okay? Then it has 3,000 likes. So I click on that. So, and it's gonna load all the people that liked that bathing suit. Now, if you're lost, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You can go back and watch this later. It takes a long time to load because there's so many people that, does yours take that long to load, Danielle, when it loads it?
it depends. Yeah.
Yeah. I have so much in my phone right now. Like I got Amazon, whatever photo, because I have like like 17,000 photos on my phone. Get them off. So then that loads. My ADHD is kicking in. I'm like, what? No, I'm kidding. Okay. So then all those people pop up, right? So all these people pop up that liked that bathing suit. Then what I'm going to do is at the top, it says actions. I click actions, and then I put load auto users. Now, you can't go follow hundreds of people at one time, and you don't want to be following more people than are following you. So I'm only going to show you Captivate tonight, but Cleaner is a whole nother thing. So then Captivate, I said load auto users, and I do 100 people. And I'm probably blowing your mind by all this information tonight. And if you only get that you friend request 10 people on Facebook, you learned a new skill. Okay? So I'm teaching to all levels right now. Don't freak yourself out. And then it's gonna load. There is one, Jesse. And then it loads those people that liked it. Only 100 people it's gonna follow. And then it's kind of, so it loads them. And then at the bottom, I'm gonna hit quick select all. So it selects the 100 of the people that liked it. Then I'm gonna hit actions again. This is so, like, don't overcomplicate it. Like, just listen to the recording on this part. And then it's gonna follow them. And then this pops up. And I hit add to local queue. Adds them to local queue. Now it's got 100 people that it's gonna follow at the bottom. Now the reason you gotta do this, because if you go follow 100 people, you're gonna get blocked on Instagram. And then I go hit the back button, and then I go settings. It's really not that hard. And then I go to night mode. Night mode's on the settings. And then when I'm sleeping, it's liking see how the liking, it's liking and following people for me while I sleep. It's liking photos and following people for me while I sleep. Okay? Now, the next day, I'm like, wow, I followed 100 people and only 30 people followed me back. Next week, I'm going to post this week in the coach group, so keep an eye out for it. Anybody that doesn't follow, like I follow people, the people that don't follow me, every Sunday I run a cleaner app that unfollows all the people that didn't follow me, right? Do you understand that? So I'm following people. If they follow me, we stay friends. If I follow people and they don't follow me back, then the system automatically unfollows them. So right now I'm following 3,090 people, but by Sunday I'm gonna have that down to about 1,200. But I'm gonna have about 8,000 people that are following me, right? So then it's the same principle as Facebook. I go through and then I click on the little heart on the bottom and I look at all these people that are following me. Usually I don't blow your mind with this much information, but this person's following me. And then I would say to them, like, I follow them back and I'm like, hey girlfriend, how's it going? Thanks for the follow. Are you on a fitness journey too? I do 25 of those. It takes 10 minutes. Out of every 20 I do, 5 people will say, no, but I need to be, right? And then I'm like, yeah, or they'll say, no, but I need to be, or yeah, I go to the gym. I'm like, oh, that's cool. What kind of workouts do you like? Well, I go to the gym, I try to, but I'm super busy, so I work out at home. You just start hold on one second, Randy. There is one for that. then you just, you start the conversation with them and you follow the script. Then I go through my ABCs, and then this is the last thing I'm going to show you, my A's. People who are following me, I type in the letter A and say, I'm going to do all the letter A's today. And they'll be like, say there'll be 50 people with the letter A that are following me. And I'll say like, hey girl, how's it going? Thanks for the follow. Are you on a fitness journey too? And then they're like, no, but I need to be, like 99% of the time. Okay, so there is a post. Those of you that don't have Instagram, there is a post out there that we found it before. I think, Danielle just tagged you in it, Randy. And those of you that don't have an iPhone, and then you also want to post things on your story. So your Facebook story, your Instagram story. So see how I have all these pictures down here of like the same ones that are on my Facebook, right? But then like I only have on this one, I only have 13 likers that like that, that we qualified for the Team Boom retreat. But if you go to my story, I have 817 people that care that I put bath bomb salt in my water, my bathtub. And then I did a face mask and I had 800 likers. This has nothing to do with working out, right? Polls, do you like bath bombs? Yes or no? 17 people, do you have a salt lamp? Yes or no? This is all at the top. There's the alkaline water. I'm making my hydrate for my morning workout. All this stuff takes like 2 seconds. Seems like a lot of work, but like you don't have to do all this. This is all I do. So like literally I'm home all day. Like even if you did 2 things on your Instagram story, start somewhere. And then a fail, like I missed the cup. People thought that was funny. There was like 400 people that saw that. And then the kids and then see all these people. Look, I tag a location and then I go and I invite all of them.
What's your fish's name?
And then I'm going to the gym, cycling.
Hey guys,
It's a long day. Vacation. Got the trip. Just kind of talking about that. I mean, you don't have to, you could eat in a Beachbody bar. And then it's kind of like the sitcom of your life, like these little things that just, and it just keeps going. And like little things I do, like making coffee, like do you drink coffee, yes or no? And then all those people, as crazy as it sounds, you go here and then you can go on Google. I'm not going to bore you because we're going to take questions, but you just go to you add in whatever you want to do, and then you just take it from your camera roll. Whatever it was. There's your camera roll, your pictures you took. Hard to do in reverse. My son singing his song earlier. He thinks he's like really cute. I didn't put that one on there because I don't want to like ruin his life when he's older, but and then you just put it on there. You always tag a location and add a hashtag. Last thing I want to show you really quick, like 2 seconds, is for example, like I was actually going to call you out later, Jesse, for doing what we learned today on the team, the call, and she actually applied what she learned and knew nothing about it. And you can do hashtags, like I'll put like teachers of Instagram, because teachers make the best coaches, like they really do. And then I don't want to hashtag that and everybody see it. So I click on it again, I shrink it down, and I pull it away and I hide it. And then I send that to my story, but all the teachers are going to see it. And then I'm going to get like 800 likes. 100 of those 800 people that care that I like had coffee today or didn't have coffee, or like, do you use hand sanitizer? They're going to see that, and then they're going to follow me, and then they fall into my trap of, are you going to fitness trap? Get it? They just blow your mind with like way too much information. Yeah. What questions do you have? You want to quit now? Kidding. What questions do you guys have for me? I know I haven't done like a training like that in a while. Even if you learned one thing, like share my fitness journey a couple days, tie in objections, and be more personal with my invites, that's great. If you're super smart and you took all that in, awesome, right? So questions. I want to hear
quick
them.
question.
Yes.
So when you just like dragged that hashtag off the screen, it still keeps it on there? Because I thought you had to keep the hashtag inside the borders.
Nope.
Oh, well, that's a game changer.
Yeah.
It's like
you
you
don't.
can hide it. You
Yeah,
just like
you,
slide it completely off.
Yeah, you click it so it goes in out, then you shrink it down with your fingers and then slide it off to the side. I thought you had to keep it in the borders too, and we did an experiment with it. And basically what I found is that I did one with it and then without it, and it would be like 3 viewers, and then the other ones had like 800 people wouldn't have viewed on my wall about like a bath bomb.
Okay.
So yeah, it doesn't have to be in the borders anymore. So that's really cool. That's a huge game changer. Yeah. Okay, what other questions do we have? All right, so lastly, just a quick recap. Pick a program, work out, drink your Shakeology, post on your wall once or twice a day. You want to friend 10 people. Thanks for accepting my friend request, sending you positive vibes. Make sure you're doing your training homework. If you don't have scripts, get the scripts from me. You're gonna need the part about what it comes with. Be authentic, be you in the beginning. What are your goals? How many kids do you have? What do you do for work? Fine. Then you're gonna need the scripts for that part. If you don't have that, it's gonna be super hard to close a sale, change a life. And then check your online office, checking your orders. I will post a video on that this week, posting on your Instagram story, your Facebook story, and overcoming fear. Do it afraid, Steve. I just called you out, Steve. I don't know if you're scared, Steve, but you're killing your fitness journey. You should have people knocking down your door, wanting to join your team, having you motivate them, pull it up in front of your house. Like, are you the Steve Osher that is killing his fitness journey? I probably said your last name wrong. Are you that person, right? But if you don't put it out there, how do we know that you are awesome and killing it, right?
Exactly.
How do we know that? And write down, guys, by your bed. I wrote down 5 reasons of when I'm too tired at night while I'm going to invite maybe 3 people. You don't have to invite 50 like I do. I invite 50 because it's all I do. You guys work full time, invite 5. Then invite 10. That's what I did that laid my foundation, that I was able to quit my teaching job, quit teaching 20 group fitness classes. A week is exhausting, working full time, having a family, and I couldn't even pay my bills, right? So start small, get good at it, and add on top of it. Go at your own pace, but make sure you go, right? All right, so, all right, guys, we do not have a call next week. It is Memorial Day weekend, so yay for no call, right? And we're gonna take one quick picture. I'm gonna stop recording.